LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga hasn't even been out for a month yet, and people are already modding the game. And hey look, they added Grand Admiral Thrawn. As players start to figure out exactly how the game works and how it can be tinkered with, we're already seeing the first wave of mods for this new title in the franchise. The majority of these modifications are just character packs, but I thought I'd show off my favourite ones so far, which adds Thrawn to the game. In today's video, we'll show off what this mod can do, how you can add Thrawn to your copy of the game, and why enabling the ability to mod the Skywalker Saga might be a bad idea. Before we jump into it, if you love LEGO Star Wars, definitely join our Discord. We have about 3,000 of you on our server who loves Star Wars Empire War, Squadrons, and the Skywalker Saga. So if you're looking for new friends, definitely stop by and say hi. Invite code in the pinned comment down below. So, this Grand Admiral Thrawn mod was created by TheDrawVoid, and adds the character a unique walking animation for Thrawn and his own movesets. There are no new voice lines for Thrawn in this mod, but there is the ability to do so. So maybe we'll see an update where we can hear Thrawn in all his glory. The same goes for special interaction voice lines too, so maybe we could see one with Ahsoka Tano when her DLC comes out, who knows. Before you get too excited, modding for the Skywalker Saga is still very limited and in its infancy. So far, you can only replace characters in the roster rather than add new ones in. So in fact, this Thrawn is replacing all of Captain Candy, his animation, movesets, and more. It explains why he has this special walking animation, and I think it really suits Thrawn and his character. So good choice from the mod author there. He comes with the standard melee, melee air, and melee ground combos, but he also comes with a blaster pistol for ranged attacks. But unfortunately, he's not a very strong character to fight with. But that actually makes sense because Thrawn fights with brains, not brawn. One thing I did enjoy doing was slowly and casually walking out of Vader's attacks like they were nothing. Felt like it was Thrawn to a T, if you ask me. Oh, and also, if you're wondering why Vader's attacking me in Hoth's Echo Base, it's a glitch where you can have any character fight Vader in any free roaming area. We actually made a video on how you can do this for yourself, so if you're interested in that, an info card should be appearing in the top right corner now. So, how can you add this mod to your version of the Skywalker Saga? Well, unfortunately, it only works for PC at the moment. So, Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch players, you're out of luck for the time being. But don't get too excited, PC players, this is definitely not a straightforward task. It took me a few hours to wrap my head around what I was doing to enable modding for the Skywalker Saga, but essentially what you are doing is extracting the compiled .dat files for the game into readable, editable textures, files, and sounds. This means you'll need about an additional 10 to 20 gigabytes of free space on your hard drive. I followed both of these tutorials that you're watching right now when it came to modding my copy of the Skywalker Saga, and both of them were unfortunately either outdated or took an unusually long method to finally be able to install mods. Despite their flaws, I'll link them in the description for you to follow because they are still quite useful. But if this video gets a lot of traction, I might make a simplified tutorial in a separate video. So if you would like that, let me know in the comments down below, leave a like and hit that subscribe button so I definitely know you want that tutorial. If you are going to do this for yourself, however, be warned. Back up your files and don't delete them, because otherwise you'll need to reinstall the game to return back to a unmodded version of the Skywalker Saga. But why would anyone want to return back to a unmodded version of the Skywalker Saga when they finally got it to work? Well, that's because we're extracting all the data from the .dat files into separate folders and files. It means the game needs more time to find the data it needs for loading a level. So it unfortunately means loading into a game, loading into a level, or loading a new character can take 2 to 4 times longer in loading times when your copy of the game is modded. I am running this game on a HDD, so perhaps it won't be as bad if you're running this game off an SSD or an M.2 or whatever, but that is still a lot of gigabytes to take up on precious, expensive SSD space. I really do love modding my copy of LEGO Star Wars, but I don't think I want to do it forever because the load times are rough. really rough. So eventually I will restore the original files in due time. So that is Grand Admiral Thrawn in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and a brief look into the modding space that is now growing for the game. Is there any mods I should showcase in the future? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as if you want that tutorial I mentioned earlier. I read through all of your comments and I'll try to get back to some of you as well. But besides that guys, I have been Charlie, you've been watching EcksToo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care guys.